Hi, welcome to Buzz, Indiana's Underground Business Voice. My name is Tony Celzo. I have Robby Slaughter, the infamous Robby Slaughter, with Slaughter Development LLC. Right?
Yes.
I was going to say group, but I always get that wrong.
Right.
So, Robby, Slaughter Development. I mean, what does that mean? I mean, you're a consultant, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what is it that you do in your consulting that makes you different?
We focus on productivity and workflow, help organizations transform how effective and how efficient they are day to day.
Now, how do you do that? I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that say they do that, that they're going to help you get more efficient. But you guys have a pretty unique way of going about it, right? Give us a little Homer Simpson version of how that happens.
Well, the most important thing to understand is that change has to happen from the bottom up. You can't make your kids clean their room, they got to want to clean their room.
Okay.
You can't make your employees more productive, they got to want to be more productive.
Okay.
So we start with the stakeholders. We interview them, we do some diagnostics, find out how they're working minute to minute right now.
Okay.
What are the challenges, what are the problems, and use that as a basis for helping to implement change.
So it's really a ground up philosophy. It's
That's
find
right.
out what their lives are consist of as a day to day,
Mm-hmm.
and then how they feel about it, what they think. Do you consult with them on what they think should happen?
Right.
And then you do what? What's the next step?
Well, we help them build workflow patterns, and we use visual schematic languages, literally visual diagrams.
Okay, now
of work.
let me slow you down. Visual schematic languages. What does that mean?
It's a diagram. It's literally a picture of the work that you're doing, and we use a standard language construct, a system called the Unified Modeling Language. We teach people how to draw pictures of their work.
So you basically help people convert their job into a series of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And because everybody can then see it on the wall and say, this is the workflow,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody can communicate that in a common language,
Right.
they therefore can see efficiencies or breakdowns
Right. Opportunities.
to get better. And then because management and the front line are communicating with that same language,
Mm-hmm.
they're able to make some pretty significant improvements, right?
Absolutely.
So is that hard to get companies to understand? I mean, I got to think it's hard to get a lot of those CEOs to slow down and actually take the time to implement that.
It is. It's a challenge.
So what do those conversations sound like when you're first starting with those frontline employees?
Well, most people don't believe that change is possible.
Okay.
They don't really believe that they could ever work any smarter. It's always been this way. Why is it going to get any better?
Wow. And then a lot of times they get their identity wrapped up in how they're doing things, right?
That's right.
And so asking them to make change is asking them to change who they are. And that's a problem. We both know that, right?
Absolutely.
So what would you say is it the language that you teach people that makes you different? What is the thing that makes you different from any other company that's walking through that door and saying, hey, we can help you make change, we can improve your process? What do you think makes Slaughter Development different?
Well, the diagrams are just a technique. The real difference is the empowerment mentality. Most companies use a top-down directive approach. They're like, you know what, we're going to come to the CEO, the bosses, we're going to make you change in this way.
Okay.
But no one wants to be changed by the supervisor.
Sure.
Everyone reacts negatively to that. That's why we go to individuals and we try to empower them to make positive changes.
So really it's that ground up.
Right.
I mean, that's really what makes you different. And I think that's a pretty powerful way to have a dialogue because the CEO can only do so much.
Mm-hmm.
And until he gets those employees to engage in that change, it's really just a bunch of lip service, isn't it?
That's correct.
Now, changing gears on you, who do you think, who else do you network with in order to find the type of clients you want to go after?
Well, the big value for us is other organizations which actually go into companies and see disorganization, they see poor productivity, they see frustrations. And those are accountants, they are IT services firms, they are other kinds of consultants which come into companies and see the problems happening.
Really, we use this dialogue so often in Rainmakers. Other strategic advisors, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's other people that are lifting up the kimono that maybe have seen the problems from a ground level and can say, you ought to probably talk to Robby and what he does over there.
Right.
Is that fair?
Absolutely.
So have you figured out a particular niche that you want to focus on? I know you and I have been beat this up the other day in a one-on-one. Are you getting drilled down into who you really want to go after?
We're getting better. It's tough because everybody has productivity problems.
Sure.
We've helped folks all over the map. We're really focusing more on creative consulting firms, and especially medical and a little bit of nonprofits.
Okay.
Areas that are really creative, that are really engaging, that want to genuinely help people, but just know they're not good at being organized and methodical.
The left brain organizations, if you will, right?
Yeah, the left brain focus with the right brain people.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So creative consulting companies, I think that's a great niche. I mean, I think we all know those. I mean, you're basically looking at ad agencies, IT, software development firms could be, right? Maybe, because a lot of times they think they know how to fix their process. We already talked about that. The graphic design firms,
right.
the ones that are doing anything on the creative bleeding edge.
Right.
The type of people that they have to attract really never work well within a process normally, and you guys can come in and help them really get some dramatic workflow improvement.
Absolutely.
Mainly because you're getting them engaged in that change, right?
Absolutely.
Is that what you would fare just really makes you different?
Yeah, we help people really connect with the fact that if you have an organized pattern for doing things, a protocol, a process, you're more efficient, you're more effective, and you're more satisfied.
Robby Slaughter, Slaughter Development, you've been buzzed.
Thanks, Tony.